Now let's go to Harriet Tatham, an ABC journalist who's currently taking shelter in the town of Huskinson in New South Wales. She joins us over the phone. Thank you for speaking to us. Harriet, talk us through what conditions are like around you.
Believe it or not, Mariam, it's actually just starting to rain here in Huskinson. We've still got those deep orange and red skies. It's actually looking a little bit better to the south, but as you look to the north, it's that really dirty, kind of horrible colour. And just in the last kind of 15 minutes, the winds really started to pick up. And this happened a number of hours earlier as well, and actually led to one of those storms where we had thunder. And I'm not sure if you can hear that in the background now, but there's some real rumbling thunder here. We're just pulled over on the side of the road, actually, between the cinema and the little RFS here. There's a number of people sheltering from those fires around in all directions now, to the north and further down to the south. And we're all just kind of waiting to see what will happen with conditions later tonight.
Now, you said you just pulled over in your car. Is it safe to be on the roads driving around? What are you doing out on the roads?
Oh, no, we actually evacuated quite early this morning. When we woke up at about 6:30, we just looked out to the sky and had been reading the warnings. And this was in Tomerong, which is a smaller rural village southwest of here. And we just didn't really feel safe to evacuate. So we decided, safe to protect the property rather. So we decided to come quite early this morning. So we've just been in Huskinson itself. At the moment, there's no threat to this town, according to the Fires Near Me app. The fires are a number of kilometres away, and we've just been kind of moving our car from between, the beach, the centre of town, and now back. We've just parked somewhere where there aren't very tall trees because of the strong winds. We're a bit concerned about branches falling.
The branches and trees are posing quite a significant danger in a region that's known for its amazing forests.
It's remarkable. I mean, I'm just just a few kilometres from that famous high-end beach that's so well known for its white sand and its turquoise water. And even when we did go for a swim there, I mean, it doesn't even look appealing at the moment with the sky orange, ash in the water. And because of the winds, it's been so choppy and horrible. I mean, and even Huskinson itself, this is a town that normally on New Year's Eve, there'd be lots of people walking around, going to bars, enjoying themselves. And just moments ago, we walked through the centre of town and the bars are deserted. There's no one there. And it's this real kind of strange feeling. I think on the one hand, tourists have decided not to come, but also the locals who would normally be celebrating, I think are kind of staying inside because it's actually quite cold outside. I mean, my car is saying it's about 18 degrees. So even though it was in the high 30s this morning, it's quite chilly and it's not really a pleasant environment to be outside. So the streets are really empty.
Well, we've been hearing this time and time again today and over the course of this bushfire season, the incredible show of solidarity, a sense of community spirit, people leaning on each other during this very difficult time. As you've been moving around these impacted areas and as you've evacuated yourself to Huskinson, is that something that you've been experiencing among those who have also been on the same road with you?
Oh, definitely. Somebody heard me doing a cross to ABC Illawarra radio just about an hour and a half ago, and I mentioned that I was standing out the front of the Huskinson RFS, and somebody walked over and has offered us a bed and an invitation to their New Year's Eve party.
Are you going to take them up on that?
I think so. I mean, why not?
Harriet, how are people marking New Year's Eve? I mean, this has been a particularly controversial thing in Sydney where the fireworks are still being held. I mean, this is a horrible day to be going through such a sense of uncertainty, loss and grief, particularly in that southeastern area of Australia. How are people marking New Year's Eve this year?
Well, the fireworks here have been cancelled and that was announced a couple of days ago. But down in front of the pub, at about maybe 2 p.m. in the afternoon, they were setting up kind of like a small fun park. There was one of those spinning games, which is actually a teacup, and there was the happy clowns, moving where kids would be able to go down there and celebrate. And by 4:30, the winds were so strong, it had all been packed up and taken away. And really, there just aren't many people around. We're currently just preparing with a mattress in the back of our car. depending on what's happened. I'm down here with a group of friends, and we're going to try and celebrate, albeit the, scary and stressful conditions. We're going to try and mark the end of the year in a somewhat positive way.
Now, Harriet, you're in Huskisson, which is really in that zone between Nowra and Moruya, where we've been hearing some breaking news, police warning that telecommunications, including mobile phone coverage, which we're talking to you on right now, will be lost tonight on that South Coast region. I mean, that would sound like it would be a significant game changer for those who are trying to keep in touch with friends, family, and warnings about what's going on.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we walked into the pub earlier today and everyone is glued to their phones looking at social media where, photos and videos are being posted. They're glued to the Fires Near Me app. And, I mean, that's, as you say, that's how I'm communicating with you. That's how I've been communicating with a number of ABC stations and also, friends and family. So, yeah, it is quite alarming. And also, I was hoping to head back up to Sydney tomorrow to kind of get out of here. But as with, I guess, the telecommunications down, it's not going to be as easy to just look on those, on live traffic, look at the Fires Near Me app and ascertain whether it's safe to do so. And of course, you don't want to get in the road of any, emergency personnel who are responding. So it's definitely going to change things and make it more difficult.
Please stay safe and stay informed and as connected as you can, and hopefully have a moment to enjoy the new year. There, Harriet Tatham, ABC journalist, speaking to us. She's currently taking shelter in the town of Huskisson in the New South Wales South Coast. Thank you for speaking to us, Harriet.
Thank you.